Abraham in Genesis 14 paid tithe to Melchizedek. And then when we read Hebrews 7, when Paul was referring to the priesthood of Jesus, which is patterned after the priesthood of Melchizedek, he talked of the tribe of Levi, who received a tithe from their brethren. And he said that Levi, when Abraham paid that tithe, Isaac was not born. So Jacob was not born. That means Levi was not born, right? But in Hebrews 7, when Paul was referring to what transpired there, he said even Levi that received tithe from his brethren also paid tithe. Not only, he didn't write that only in the sense that the Levites that had the tithe were required of God to pay the tithe, which he called the heave offering. But he was talking of, he said he was yet in the loins of Abraham when Abraham met Melchizedek. God was seeing Levi coming from him. So when Abraham was paying tithe, Levi was paying tithe. Generational effect. Are you here? When Abraham missed it in the case of Hagar and gave birth to Ishmael, it's affecting the nation of Israel up to today. The impact of that thing, the Middle East cannot have crisis, cannot have peace because of that singular thing Abraham did. It's still affecting his children today. How many millennia after? So that's it. Women, you spend a lot of time with your children. Be careful what you're passing to them. Pastor Ngozi said you should be deliberate. But being deliberate, it shouldn't be to gain advantage of them or to steer their minds in certain directions that will cause them something there in life. Make sure you're giving to them virtue. Socrates lived in the 4th century. One day Socrates is said, there is this story about Socrates. He took a lamp in the afternoon, just like today, a lamp, lit it and was walking on the streets of Athens. So they saw him lamp in the afternoon, bright afternoon. They asked him, what are you doing? He said, I'm looking for men of virtue. I'm looking for men of virtue. There is no person that can be a person of virtue without being deliberate about certain things. Deliberate in your choices. There are certain things we can do without. In this life, whatever you can do without, don't make it a priority. A new rapper for Mother's Day should not destroy your marriage. Did you hear me? But my friends, we talk of my friends, that's what they're my friends. What will my friends say? And they destroy their relationship. Little tests people don't pass nowadays. Think generational. What you're doing, women, it's not just the fathers. The fathers are key because in the family they are the head. The curse of a father is the only thing that is worse than the curse of a father is the curse of God. And the blessing of a father is important. To read the Bible, the responsibility for building a sound home, a lot of it lies on the wife. Now, but when a man is misbehaving, he will ruin his family. And he will die untimely, mostly. But when you're talking of building the home, if your husband gets mad, you don't need to get mad too. It's not a competition. Are you hearing me? It's not a competition. Build your, he said, Proverbs 14:1, a wise woman, be wise, builds her own home. Her own. It's not another person's home you're building. It's your home. As you make your bed, so will you lie on it. I said this to us because women in our time are missing it so much. It didn't used to be like this. Nowadays, most girls don't keep to one boyfriend, even when they're doing boyfriend, not one. They keep like 5, and all that is just collecting money. Once they are pranked, they fall. Somebody wants to marry you, you're planning to marry. Then he surprises you with a gift. Packages a gift, and then you're blindfolded to call the name of your boyfriend, your darling. That's the person you're planning to marry. But because you didn't know he will be in that city that day, you call 5 names and his name is not among. And that's what is literally happening. That is what is happening. If society is going to be sane, the truth of the matter is that women have a key role to play in it. They spend more time with their children. That's the truth. A virtuous woman, who can find a virtuous woman? It's a question. Men of virtue, even men of virtue, are in short supply nowadays. Socrates, what are you doing with lamp in your hand on a hot afternoon on the street of Athens? He said, I'm looking for men of virtue. Men, your word should be your bond. If you said it, let it be what it is. Little things can make a lot of difference. Little things. Little things, like I'm sorry. Little things like thank you for little things can make a whole lot of difference and open somebody's heart to you more. Are you here? That complaining blocks doors and blocks hearts. Your husband goes out, he buys food stuff. You didn't send him. Because, I don't like this one you bought. It's not the first thing. You didn't send him. You already have the food money. Is it not you that are managing your kitchen? Then this man goes out and buys plantain. Yeah, this plantain is overripe. It's not the first thing that should come out of your mouth. Don't acknowledge little things. It makes a whole lot of difference. But whatever you're doing, I'm telling you, the cry you say you start tracing. Okay, let's pray. What I'm saying is that whatever you're doing is going to be generational in impact. Are you here? It doesn't stop with you. If there's a string that links you to generations coming after you, be careful what you do. It doesn't stop today. Nothing stops today. Once you take a decision, you have set in motion a chain of events. And once you have taken that decision, you're no more in control of the outcome of it all. When you start seeing the outcome and you don't like it, you can go into damage control mode, but you can't handle it, or there is already a chain reaction. And so when you get it right, you will have honor. Are you hearing me? When you miss it, it's dishonor and shame and embarrassment. There is nothing as bad as seeing that your children are not doing well or are missing it and are not. It makes many parents to die before their time. So let's be deliberate in what we are doing and learn to check ourselves.